Bonsoir.
Bonsoir. Alexandra Gansman.
Enchanté, Charles Morel.
Oui, bah oui, oui, je sais.
Je range la voiture,
Oui.
on se rejoint devant la maison.
D'accord, très bien.
D'accord.
À tout de suite.
Sur vous.
Oui.
À tout de suite.
Does an amazing job of creating one set of expectations but not really giving you enough details to be sure and kind of keeping you at the edge of your seat. I found myself wondering which character was the bad guy, what was going to happen next, and even as the film was unfolding and progressing, I still was questioning it until the very end when I was like, oh my goodness. And I think the way that they told that story and that they created that tension was really, really cool. Great setting, great lighting, really, really creepy effects in there. Overall, it felt like a quite scary thriller, and it was cool how it was created.
So phenomenal on all fronts. What I liked the most, it's hard to choose what, but I just really liked how it kept the audience guessing at every turn. We never really knew until close to the end who the bad guy was, what was really going on. I loved the plot. I loved the execution of it. I thought that the acting was incredible, and I'd love to see like a continuation of this. I'm so locked into the story, and does she ever get out of the psych ward? How does this happen? Because she obviously knows what's going on, and she's kind of the only one. So, anyways, loved this across the board. Great job, Mist and Blood.
It contains all the expected twists and turns one would hope to find in a psychological thriller such as this. The twists and turns that the narrative takes feel so natural and yet are so surprising, and I think that speaks very much to the eloquent richness of the writing. The filmmaking is well done, also using many interesting camera angles and shot compositions in order to tell this gruesome story. It really haunts you and stays with you long after. The violence of it, the insanity of it, and the despair of it.
You know, the twists were good. The twists were good in this thing, and the acting was good. And I give the filmmakers kudos for allowing, just the scenes to sort of live. And it was pretty apparent that there was something wrong, right away with this novelist guy. And then to have the novelist, sort of have a twist of his own was really good. I thought there was a bit too much lingering on like the rape. I thought it was just a little bit too much. But I guess you got to do that to hit it home. As a writer, I find it interesting. You talk about writers and stealing things and where the things come from. At first, I thought she was going to say that, oh, you stole my book, but then it's like, no, this is about my sister. So good twists. I thought it was good that not everything works out as well as it should. Mostly well done.
It was awesome. The cinematography is absolutely stunning. The wine cellar was awesome. The actress was very convincing. Her overwhelming feel was very intense and great. She plays crazy extremely well. The acting is superb all around. I thoroughly enjoyed this, and I highly recommend it.
This was a French film. The acting, I thought, was so natural, so genuine, and just every moment, even unspoken, was very full, very effective. There's one shot really close to the beginning where the actress is looking at the building, and so much story goes across her eyes. Just so much, you're like, what's going on here? Really pulled me in and made me want to know, what was she thinking? What was going on? What was going on under the surface? And her interaction with the lead actor, I think, was very, again, honest and genuine and very natural. And then as the situation got more and more heightened, that was able to be maintained. Sometimes, thrillers can get a little shrill or a little, or we're like, okay, we get it. But I felt like the performances really remained grounded throughout, even through the more kind of extreme circumstances. Beautifully shot, looked like they had a budget, and if they didn't, they knew what to do with the resources they had. It was just looked like it had just a very, very strong production value, and the editing also, I think, was really effective to help move the story along and create a sense of suspense. And then
it was a really, really first-rate piece. Everything about this was just excellent. The production was amazing. They obviously had like a very good crew and creatives involved. They had a good amount of time and budget. They had excellent locations. Everything about this was produced very well. The whole look and atmosphere of this, from the lighting, the cinematography, the editing, color grading, everything about it was just really good. It had a very sharp thriller feel. This is exactly the way, the type of atmosphere you want to get in a serial killer thriller. The actors were all first rate. This lady that's confronting him, she did a great job. And of course, she's so convinced of the truth because it turns out she's right in the end, which is the twist. And the guy, the author, was so good. He had you almost had you convinced that he did have you convinced at the beginning there that he was completely innocent. I was wondering, is this going to turn out that she's right? But he was just so convincing. I thought, oh no, this is just a situational thriller. This author that has to deal with this. But then, it turns in the end, and it turns in a very shocking way. There's a lot of different ways they could have ended this. It was really difficult seeing him assault that woman. It was shocking, though. It really played into the effect of the film, though. So, yeah, it was hard to watch. But that part was difficult. But yeah, this was really, really well done, and excellent use of score as well. So, I'd be interested to see what else can happen with this character, or what's going to happen with these characters, and is there going to be more to this story? So left me wanting more. So excellent work all around.